Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into a LEGO DC Superheroes news video. Today I want to talk about the state of 2022 and where we're kind of at with these upcoming movies and potential LEGO tie-ins, because there was a lot of delays last week, which there was just other news that I needed to cover that was like actual news versus me just sort of talking and theorizing about what's going to happen now with LEGO. So I think it's really fascinating. If you missed what happened, we'll cover all that in a second. But I think going into this, I know that a lot of DC fans, including myself, are kind of sad. And the thing that I keep forgetting is that the Batman movie sets actually came out in January. Worldwide, they launched on January 1st, 2022. Here in North America, we seem to have this perception that, it was so long ago. It was back in November. And it was a while ago, but for the rest of the world, it just came out. And in LEGO's eyes, 2022, it started there. That's the official global launch date. So we have gotten sets. Do we have any news for the summer? No. We got sets last year in the fall, so they could be following suit there, and companies just wouldn't have that yet. Different stores and things like that, which is where all the promo bricks and everyone else gets their sources and things like that most of the time. We just don't have those listings. And I think, well, they might now, but they just haven't published them yet. So we're going to go through because some really sad / good news. It's a mixed bag, honestly. So we'll go through. The DC movies were pretty much mostly all delayed, I would say, or at least shifted around completely, ruining sort of LEGO's release schedule. So the first thing here was Black Adam, and that was actually supposed to come out in the summer, and it has since been pushed all the way back until October of 2022. So what does that mean? That means that pushes other things. Like The Flash was supposed to come out in November, which already was weird because Aquaman 2 was supposed to come out in December. So them releasing a movie a month apart doesn't make sense. So it's fine. It's just, again, the timing of all this is so weird, given that right before the Batman going into theaters, which I saw it a second time, by the way, on Friday, the trailer of like, here's all the 2022 DC movies. Yeah, they didn't play that. Anyway, so The Flash here, it has been pushed until 2023 of June. That's a long time, and we'll come back to how that impacts this another film specifically. And then in December, instead of Aquaman 2 and the Lost Kingdom releasing then, it has been pushed until March of 2023. And Shazam, Fury of the Gods, the second Shazam movie, has been bumped up to December of 2022. Now, what's interesting about all this is that I don't know what that means for LEGO's release schedule, because we have a video talking about this. A LEGO designer last year from Marvel, well, really superheroes, said that DC doesn't get any sets or as much sets as Marvel because they don't have as many movies, at least ones that are not R-rated. So here we are, we're getting all these movies that I don't think are going to be R-rated, and unfortunately, they've now been all pushed. And what does that mean for LEGO? Well, we could look at what they did with Shang-Chi, and they did still release them really early for that, but I don't know. Like, again, sort of like with the Batman, those did launch early in North America, so could that happen here? Maybe. Like, if there was going to be a Black Adam set, could we see that in May or June? We potentially could. Again, there are superhero numbers and stuff like that they could just pop up if it's a store exclusive and things like that. So with Black Adam, if there were sets, or at least a set, I don't know. LEGO does have ample time to delay it until 3 months before. That would make that August. So it could happen. Could happen. The other movie here that I guaranteed would have gotten sets, given who's in it, with like Batman's being in the Flash movie, the Flash himself, and even Supergirl and things like that. Like, it just makes sense. And Michael Keaton being in that, they could have a minifigure scale Batmobile, like the promo. Like, there's so much potential there for sets versus like taking a risk on something like Black Adam. I assumed we would have gotten sets. All of those, if the movie's coming out in June 2023, there is absolutely no way that they are still going to release them this year. That is not going to be seen until 2023. Now, could leak like the Eternals in some catalog or something early that LEGO will put up. Maybe that'll happen again. Fingers crossed, right? The other weird thing here with Shazam and Aquaman pretty much swapping places is the Shazam sets. If they had Shazam sets planned, which I hope they did, because I hope they learned their lesson from the first movie, missing out on the huge success that was, and only putting him in that one Riddler set. And of course, we got the direct-to-DVD movie, which also had this little Shazam polybag that was branded under the comics and not the movie. So I don't know what that means for that. Like, if they had sets planned, are they going to swap around the production? Are they going to be like, we need to get those out now? Again, it would be really complicated, but we could potentially see sets. Again, I shouldn't say plural, probably a singular set, maybe, but this is different because they know it was a success. I'd hope that they would listen and do that for the fans. Like, do so much with this. Anyways, I don't know what could happen with that. We would see that around 3 months earlier. It would be maybe September, October that we could get those sets. And then the other thing here with Aquaman is, again, doubt they'd launch maybe January, since it's March. Maybe we could see some sets in January. They did Aquaman sets the first time, so it wouldn't surprise me if we got some more for that movie. But what's really interesting here is that it hasn't been confirmed yet, and it 100% is going to be delayed. Batgirl. And if you don't know anything about this movie, maybe, click off the video or skip to the end here. I'll put a time code how to skip to the end, because I'm just going to talk about like the set photos and things like that and what we know about this movie so far. We know that Batman is going to be mentoring her, and the Batman is Michael Keaton. So the events of the Flash sort of are going to set up the future of the DCEU, and specifically has a huge impact on Batgirl. So the fact that now the Flash has been bumped until June 2023, it's going to delay Batgirl. There's no way that movie, unfortunately, as hyped as they were of like, we're going to make the release date of 2022, it's a Christmas movie, all these things, we won't see that until very late in 2023, which is really unfortunate. And I hope that LEGO does sets for this, though, because again, if you do put Batman in it, that would be cool if they reused like the Michael Keaton Batman figure from that. But it's an HBO Max movie, so I don't know if LEGO even knew this was happening. Sort of like they don't seem to be really connected with Disney Plus and their Marvel shows and things like that. But there's a great set video of like a fire truck with Firefly and a Batgirl on a bat cycle and things like that. Throw in Commissioner Gordon in there. Perfect set for superheroes, would be really awesome. But again, I don't know if it is going to even happen. But the good news is that now it's been delayed probably. LEGO could be like, hey, look, let's work on this. We didn't know you're doing this. Batgirl, we see the set video. It looks great. We'd love to do a set off of it. Who knows? I hope that is the case there. I think that would be really, really awesome to see. The other movie is the Blue Beetle, and that's not releasing until 2023. And who knows what's happening with that. But again, that's 2023. I just want to focus on 2022 and what's happening here with this year. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on all this. What do you think of it? Who knows? We might get none. And we don't even know if we're getting any Batman stuff. And there's some 30-year anniversary stuff that's pretty important this year. Again, you could check out a video actually talking about what I expected DC to get this year. So I'll link that at the end here as well. Also, check out that Batman CMF series. Just released that yesterday. Really awesome. Just covering a ton of different suits from the comics. Crazy, crazy things. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you all have a great day. We'll see you all in the next one.